Hello, my name is Kyle Roderick Ridley, and I am very litigious, vaguely religious, get no bitches, and will leave you in absolute stitches. It's Rose-Colored Classist, episode 61. It's episode 61, and we're here to have some fun. Who's ready? Are you ready? I know it's tough, okay? Obviously, tensions are hot in this country after recent events. Okay, yes, we're all mourning the loss of an incredible talk show host, Charlie Kirk. Yep, Charlie Kirk was indefinitely suspended. Maybe a little more definite than we like to say. But yeah, man, Charlie Kirk got canceled and Jimmy Kimmel didn't. He's back. He's already back. It's been a day of canceling, comparative to whom? Yep, Jimmy Kimmel's been sucking for years. Been sucking for years and years, hasn't even been on the show for the last 3 months, all right, but now he's back. Yep, free speech has been saved, okay? Yes, the FCC, a government agency, tried to clamp down on a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And thanks to everyone, it didn't work. Yep, we saved the transnational billion-dollar corporation from firing their comedian mouthpiece. What a great country, guys. We did it. Yep, the late night talk show. The format, Joe Rogan does better with an airplane ticket and a meat stick, is saved. It's fucking saved, guys. Yes, our subsidized government and corporately sponsored late night talk show is just here to fucking stay. We're all so glad. Yep, Charlie's dead, and we get to keep Kimmel. That's the best. It's the fucking best. I was really excited about him getting canceled. You know, I hate these late night talk shows. Everybody knows it. I mean, technically, Jimmy, he's not going to be on Sinclair Broadcasting. Yep, it's a jungle out there. Sinclair gets to keep him off. What a wonderful time. Yep, all the 155,000 people that watch Jimmy Kimmel, gonna be honest, I don't think they watch him on Sinclair Broadcasting. So, yep, free speech. We saved it. And all we had to do was conflate assassination with a multi-billion-dollar corporation firing a guy. All we had to do. Guys, I'm gonna show you a little clip, a little Johnny Carson talking. Let me give you a little understanding of why people don't like Jimmy in the first place. All right, let's play this clip. Let's get it.
Tell me the last time that Jack Benny, Red Skelton, Benny comedian, used his show to do serious issues. That's not what I'm there for. Can't they see that? But you're not. Why do they think that just because you have a Tonight Show that you must deal in serious issues? That's a danger. It's a real danger. Once you start that, you start to get that self-important feeling that what you say has great import. And you know, strangely enough, you could use that show as a forum. You could sway people, and I don't think you should as an entertainer.
Yes, a time where entertainers weren't political. Imagine that. Imagine. Poor Johnny Carson died before he could really educate us, before his words were really needed. Poor guy. Poor us, really. Yeah, man. You know, obviously it's stuck in a time where Johnny, he's out there making a distinction between the show and the human being. What a concept. I mean, yeah, man, here in the future, what kind of statement is that? You know, separating the art from the artist? We don't do that. We don't do that over here, okay? There is some forgotten idea here in 2025 of the entertainer. All right? Just the entertainer. Just some guy having fun. What the fuck? All right. What do we Remember? Does anyone know about that? No. It's fun's over, folks. Okay. Entertainer has always been a cover. Okay. Look, if you don't want something for our political futures, get out of here. Get out of here. All right. What? You're being paid to distract us from the truth? Man, get out of here. Fuck you, Jimmy. No, he stays. Jimmy stays. God damn it. All right. Yeah, it turns out, I think we've all learned this lesson, or this little roller coaster that we've been on, that every corporation, business, and person all they do is advocate for themselves. They advocate for their own truth. Okay, if you are representative of a business and you don't say what the business says, well, you're not doing your job. Okay, look, if Jimmy Kimmel, if his job was just doing art and having fun, then yes, they have misused that money and they should have stayed canceled. They should have stayed indefinitely suspended. Okay, yes, they stole money from Disney and misappropriated it in a way that they shouldn't have. But here it is, man. Here it is. Now that he's back, I hope you learned this lesson. Okay, Disney was never paying for genuine art. This wasn't what they were doing. All right, Jimmy, Stephen Colbert. Look, these corporations give you millions of dollars. That is technically the government's. Okay, do these people really think that these corporations are out there trying to be themselves, trying to pay people to be themselves? No one cares about it. The theater, they're acting. These guys are acting. Okay, the show, everyone does nowadays. They take things down a line, down a little train of thought. Okay, we have these ideas now of pundits, of intellectuals, of comedians, and we decide how we should listen to them. All right, we let them espouse their certain perspective. We know that they're a person. We know that they have biases. And, we let them be. The idea that, we're just out there supposed to have fun and entertain. I mean, what a joke. What a fucking joke, guys. Yeah, man. I mean, look at this show. What am I doing here? Okay, yes, for example... Okay, I named the show Rose-Colored Classist. Okay, this isn't the Kyle Roderick Grizzly program. I'm sorry. I here am playing a bit of a character. Okay, because I'm in this little zeitgeist of this entertainer and the show and the truth, and we're all in the fucking thick of it. When you're on the cutting edge, okay, you're gonna fall off. All right, and I do not have, a belief about the way I behave, okay? My art is getting after how comedy is somehow this trusted political fucking advice. Comedy is somehow, politically relevant in a modern environment. All right, and here at my show, it's a jab, it's a rib, okay? This guy right here, this guy with the glasses, I mean, look, I'm like a fucking fake Gilbert Gottfried voice. Okay, I'm not trying to be a person. All these guys on TV, Jimmy Kimmel with the ABC in the corner, were we all supposed to be taking it serious? Were we all supposed to be taking him serious? Is that why he got indefinitely suspended? Did we all come to the realization that he's not a person? He's not actually serious? Is he the guy we see on TV? Is he the man we see on TV? Yeah, these ideas, we've been going through them for the last fucking decade. And I'm not going to come out here and, be some kind of psychologist, okay? But, in some ways, all of us at all times are putting some kind of showbiz front. All right, we're all pretending. You act a certain way in front of certain people. You act a certain way on a certain program. I'm up here with the glasses, and sure, I wear the glasses a lot, okay? Regardless of whatever I'm doing, my eyes hurt. What's going on with me? I'm sick. Entertainment has made me sick. Look, you have these guys talking on these shows. You have me talking on this show. And I cannot guarantee you that I will be the same on here, on whatever kind of fucking program I got, whatever Tonight Show I got, as I will be in real life. Okay? My opinions included, especially. I'm trying to do something right now. I'm a comedian doing a bit. So ask yourself, okay, when you watch Jimmy, when you watch people, when you watched Charlie, was that who that person was? Was that who that person was? Stephen Colbert canceled his 199 employees looking for work? Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's people can still get to work. But what about Stephen? Huh? Was Stephen ever playing a character? Did he ever do that? So yes, the Colbert Report. Anyone remember that? Anyone remember that show? Yep, I was a big fan. And talk about the thing that fucked it all up. Okay, the line between entertainer and personality and persona, these things are so keenly in sight now that we're ready to react at any point. We're ready to pull the trigger and then pull it right back. Okay? Look, everyone is acting. Everyone is espousing. You hear people's opinion. Take it for what it is. All right? Take it for whatever they're saying, whether you believe them or not, and just fucking do the math on it. All right? Do the math on what they said and create the likelihood of success. Here in the modern economy, we're all taking risks and gambles and trusting other people, okay? And that's a reward in and of itself. But don't be dumb fucking money out here, all right? I was dumb money. I was betting the whole fucking block. I was betting the house, the school fund. I was betting everything on Jimmy staying canceled. But here it is, ready to flip-flop right there. Don't I look dumb? Didn't look at all the outcomes. Guys, I mean, really, though, we're out here paying our taxes, and they go to the company, and the company gets a merger approved or disapproved. I mean, what are we paying these companies to do? All right, what are we paying these companies to do with the people we love and like and want to entertain us? Are we paying them to have these guys be themselves, have them be a mouthpiece? Sell some vaccines for the fucking pharma company. I mean, I'm just glad we're not talking about freedom of speech anymore. All right, how fucking fucked up that conversation was. What a waste of time that was. Bunch of corporate bullshit. Just a weekend of wasted breath. Yeah, man. When the corporations were fighting with the government agencies, remember that? Remember that cool weekend we had? Yeah, man, I don't know. What are we doing here? If you're the kind of guy who wants to work for the government or you want to work for a corporation, best of luck to you. Best of luck. Okay, who knows what the fuck is going to happen? You're going to be on one week, off the next, on another. You're working for fucking Comedy Central. You can't even put out the show you've been making for 25 fucking years. What's even going on here? It's just malarkey. Pulling us off the important issues, guys. I mean, look, here's what I tell you. Just fucking stop focusing on other people and why they do the things they do and start fucking caring about yourself a little bit, okay? You want to work? Yeah, maybe you should try and work for yourself, okay? Let's hang out. I got some ideas for you. If you want to work for yourself, talk to me. Email rosecoloredclassist@gmail.com, and we can talk about all the wonderful ideas we can have together, all right? Fucking professions, vocation, careers, and jobs. We can get it all together, all right? And who the fuck cares if your multi-billion-dollar corporation that, somehow involved in your childhood does something rash? Who cares? They're gonna fucking fall back in a second. You can't even follow them. You can't even respect them at this point. I mean, make a decision and stick to it. Jesus. I'm out here paying $16.99 to watch Jimmy Kimmel, and be part of a group of 155,000 people. Is that worth it? Is that worth it? I would gladly let Disney fail, all right? I would gladly let that happen. I'd let the government fail, too, at this point. Yeah, man, what happens if no one goes to Disneyland? What happens? Yeah, Anaheim and Florida will suck. Yeah, a little too late for that one, bud. Nobody in Anaheim will have good jobs. Disney's not a good job. All right? Yes, maybe we'll ruin the economy if we don't support Disney and they're flopping. Yeah, all those people who fucking canceled their Disney Plus subscriptions, you gonna resubscribe immediately? You gonna resubscribe immediately? Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry your fucking identity and a little bit of human history is fucking caught up in some $1 trillion monopoly. Okay, I'm sorry. But we're there, man. Make up your own job, okay? Make up your own story and history and fucking make your own dreams happen, all right? Get your own shit going, okay? Because you know who's out to get you? You know who's out to trick you, get you mad about something they're going to fucking take back in a second, all right? It's everyone with money, all right? Fuck everybody who already has something. And the only rule is don't be violent. Only rule. Are you an idiot? Can you not defend yourself? Become a leader. Get your own talk show. That's what I believe in. Yeah, man, what a stupid little fucking news cycle. Oh my gosh. You know, we were on something real good. There was a lot of fucking contradictions abound. And we could have talked a lot about them. We could have filled a whole other week of conflating violence with getting canceled off TV. We couldn't have done that. Come on. We just got to be nonviolent, right, guys? Got to be nonviolent. All right, if someone's trying to kill you, tell them to stop. Just tell them to stop and tell them not to kill you. Use your words. All right, and if you think someone is trying to kill you, let people know about it. All right? Just let someone know. All right? Email me, rosecoloredclassist@gmail.com. Got to be honest. All right? Get a grip before you email me, though. All right? Just stop taking pills just for 1 second. Really, though, here's the message for this little opening, this little fucking little run around we just got through. A goose chase, if you could say it. It's just, you know, man, fuck with the businesses you think are smart and doing the right thing, okay? Work for businesses and people that you respect and like and you trust, you know, people that can actually make a decision and stick with it, okay? And, you know, monetize however you can. Find a profession, find a vocation, you know, get a skill, all right? Be a business owner. Get out of the racket. Don't be working for somebody that's going to have your whole fucking future and dreams just taken away and then given back and then taken away and then getting shot at. All right. Yeah, I'm a libertarian. God damn you, Dave Smith. You did it. You did it, Dave. I'm finally a fucking libertarian. I mean, how can you be anything else nowadays, right? With the government as big and powerful as it is. And I know the deal. I mean, I've accepted the deal. I've been working as a process server, all right? This is why this podcast is always so late, why I can't fucking do it on time, because I am on the government dole, and I need to put in the hours, okay? I need to get on the clock. And how do we get out of this mess? How do we get out of this fucking canard, all right? Just by watching your fucking neck. That's how you do it, all right? And you don't always get to come back. You don't always get to come back. I was waiting on Saturday for Charlie Kirk to come back, and it wasn't happening. Nah, man, Jesus Christ, not resurrecting for us, okay? Because this is it. I've said it. I said it last week. We're talking about the most important thing. The most important thing. It's the congressional hearing on UAP, USO, UPO, UPS. It's on. We're on it. Totally on it, okay? We're going to talk about aliens, or as I call them, the practically omnipotent, interdimensional, ancient alien space gods. Poid asps, as I call them. It won't catch on. I know that won't catch on. Unless I get shot in the neck, then maybe it will. Jimmy Kimmel, why are you back? Fuck. Man, those guys, they really know how to keep us off the truth, right? Because, yeah, man, the congressional hearing happened on the 9th. Charlie got shot on the 10th. There was 9/11, and then they hit us with the Jimmy. They hit us with the hot Jimmy. We got Jimmied, slipping Jimmy on us. God damn it. But keep us distracted. But I'm back, okay? Here's the real shit, man. Religion, futurism, technology. All right, the most important issue happening right now, okay? Because, you know, the people with the most authority in the world right now, the people in charge, are horribly and horrendously tied to alien disclosure. All right, whatever the truth is about life, whatever about how it all works, what it really means to be a human being, the government knows. The government knows, and evidently they're willing to do anything to get us not to talk about it. Okay, yes, we had the hearing, and then all this crazy shit happened. They blocked the Epstein files too, which I also think is connected. I'm crazy. Poid asps. Yeah, man, it's the confluence of events, cause and effect, crazy coincidence, and everything is just so suspicious, okay? And why is that? Is it just me? I'm crazy. We're going to do a phone call tonight. I do feel it. Right on. So, I'm going to play this clip. If you haven't seen it, it's the video that finally proves aliens are real. It's pretty fucked up. So I'm going to start off small. We're going to get real into it. Maybe even play some Alex Jones. And when I say maybe, we're going to do it. But But yeah, here's the video that came out of the congressional hearing that is fucking mind-blowing, perspective-altering, so crazy that they had to shoot a talk show host and then fake cancel another one. I wish they fake shot Charlie. Is that what they did? God damn it. Anyway, here, there's a fucking Hellfire missile coming right at you.
Clearly, there's no doubt that those were not just random pieces of debris. Those were flying objects that were knocked out of the center of that UFO off the coast of Yemen that became right there aerodynamic and started following the UFO as it continued on. It survived the direct hit right there from a Hellfire missile. How does something like that happen? Notice again what happens right there following the impact. Those things there, whatever they are, appear to have been knocked from the inside of this thing. And as you're going to see when we zoom in close, and you can tell right here, they're all the same size and same shape. Look at that. What are those things? Those are not just random pieces of debris. Those are some sort of intelligently designed objects. Here we go again. Slow motion, zoomed in, there they are. And the primary UFO remained intact. It released 3 more smaller ones that ended up traveling behind it.
All right, well, aliens are real. Aliens are real, and their spacecraft look like the tip of my penis. They look like a mushroom tip of my cock. What is going the fuck on? Yes, man, this is all that really matters. This is all that really matters. I don't care who you shoot, who you cancel. That's what matters. Okay? It's true. Aliens are real. Undeniable proof. Undeniable! Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. You know, at the end of the day, what really matters about this is, self-defense, right? You know, if aliens are real and we're not actually able to protect ourselves, it's a serious issue. Which is why today I'm bringing in our sponsor, Martyr Bulletproof Glass. Bring it up, yes. Are you tired of being used as a cudgel to support other people's political aims based off of your suspicious assassination? It's Martyr's Bulletproof Glass. Someone's totally gonna shoot you. Yep, that was fun. Look, man, if this fucking object, it's in Yemen, where the United States is shooting at it. Look, you tell me, if this is some kind of military construction, some kind of secret military construction, they're in Congress deliberately refuting that. And they're not the big guys. They're not anybody who would profit off of that. Okay? And, what would be the big deal of admitting, that we're such fucking badasses that we have this kind of tech? Look, if the United States had this kind of technology with the way we act, okay, we would have dominated every country 1,000 fucking times already. The fucking petrodollar, we would have invulnerable spacecraft. All right, we would dedicate everything we have to using it to destroy other nations and peoples. Okay, yes, the elites and the military, they already want to kill everybody on planet Earth. They already kind of have total domination to do that. Look, so, if they're not using the spacecraft, then they obviously don't have it. And if they don't have it, who does? Okay, these things, look, this is the big question. And when you talk about fucking aliens and what I call the practically omnipotent, interdimensional, ancient alien space gods, all right, it's a big fucking conspiracy. The big question is, if the secret's being protected by the government, to what particular end? Just to hide the technology doesn't seem good enough to me. Doesn't seem good enough. You throw the whole world into chaos like it's not already there, like it's not already in utter chaos. You think that this is not chaos? I think this is actually probably as bad as it could be, if you ask me. And, if aliens are real, the whole world, this morally fucked world, there are serious religious and spiritual questions that can be answered. We have all these very important, powerful questions that we ask ourselves every day. And because we don't know or we can't see, it's all an act of faith. They become an opinion and they become a decision. And that's how you get all these types of, insane human behavior. Okay, yes, every human being, our instincts tell us that there's something beyond the physical. We have thousands of years of ancient tradition and unexplained phenomena, contradictions, oral fucking traditions. There's written history. We have all this data trying to explain our lives, but for some reason in this modern age, we're not allowed to believe it. We're not allowed to accept it. And why? Why? It's an interesting thing. So something is fucking us up, okay? And I'm going to play what I think is the best explanation of this. It's Alex Jones. And he's really going to, because, you see this fucking video of the most impressive technology you've ever witnessed in your whole life that the governments would, if they did have, they would have. And, the fact that they're denying it now is just nonsensical. What explains this at the end of the day, right? It's Alex Jones. And thank God we have him. Thank God. Yeah, I don't, I'm mad that I'm now believing Alex Jones. I'm mad about it. Never wanted to do it. Okay. I was listening to Jimmy Kimmel and being fine with life, but here we are just getting wrecked every day. All our fucking institutions failing, being indecisive, killing the people, whose content is actually watchable, for Christ's sake. So yeah, man, watch Alex Jones. He's going to explain it better than I could. It's the whole fucking kip and caboodle, if that's the right term. I use that all the time on this podcast, and I have no idea what it means. And that's me, rose-colored Classist, baby. Alex Jones, run it.
Let me begin. This is really, I'm telling you, Joe, this is a real deal.
I believe you.
This is, you ask, who are they? It's people who are psychically, genetically available to interface in this incredibly diverse universe with all these dimensions above and below and all around us with consciousnesses. And the truth is, no energy is ever destroyed. It all continues on. The truth is, our bodies, this is a fact, are a communal hive organism of all of our ancestors and all of their race memories, but not in just some compressed epigenetic system. It's beyond that. It's an electrochemical antenna, they've proven this, that connects to higher and lower dimensions. And so all the shaman, all the ancient religions, everybody says there are the good ones and there are the bad ones, and people are interfacing. So you say, where does it begin? From the Tibetans to the Mesoamericans to the Egyptians to the Druids to every ancient society describes the same thing. There are bad things that look like elves that have horns when they show you who they really are, and there are good things, but they don't contact you unless you contact them, and then they're almost not even concerned with what you're doing. It's whatever you want as these spirit guides, because lower entities will come in and violate your free will. God and his angels, which are below him, will not get involved in your everyday life. They will not manipulate your free will unless you ask them in. But then the devil masquerades as an angel of light. So we're on this planet, the third dimension, which is a launch pad to all the other dimensions below and above. The third dimension, all the mathematics shows, is the primal sea of where all this happens. And the Earth's like an egg, and we've got all this potentiality. And God will send out a transmission for a larger plan, but evil's willing to come in. And so when you study it, the globalists go to these events and they take bigger and bigger doses of drugs. They do electroshock. If you go back to the owners of Time Life books, weren't just in the 20s and 30s into LSD and other hallucinogens. And Apothecary, they were getting electroshock. They were having people turn their heart off to try to communicate with these things to try to be dominant and get that. So you go back thousands of years, Merlin, the archetypal, or these magicians or these wizards are taking drugs in these temples and interfacing with these palantirs, these crystal balls, which aren't really crystal balls. It's their psychic focus of an interdimensional connection while they're on drugs looking into glass to then be able to see the future and understand what's happening to give them temporal power over this planet. But like the Bible tells you, any pharmakia or any of that always leads to destruction because only evil is going to come through that way. So we're basically have these light sockets. We can't jack into the higher unless it's our free will, and that takes time. We jack in to the evil. So you can jack into evil, you can't jack into good right away. So it's quicker, it's easier, like Yoda says about Darth Vader. Quicker, easier, more seductive.
I swear to God, he's telling the truth, man. I swear to God, he's right. I mean, what is going on in my life, bro? One congressional hearing on aliens, and they assassinate a Christian kid. I believe Alex Jones. I'm there. I'm all the way there. I'm all the way believing him. This is embarrassing. Mother of God. I'm with it. Is there a community I can join? Is there a subreddit that I'm not on that I could fucking find a community of people who reluctantly believe everything Alex Jones says? God damn it. God damn it. Fucking Christ. Look, it's just when you connect all these things, right? This is what is so important right now, is because on the one hand, right, we don't know why we're here. Our essence is inexplicable. Can't even say it. Don't even believe it. All right, we don't know why our minds work, how they work. We, are studying and studying and studying the physics, and we can't come up with it. Can't figure it out. All right, and that's the one thing. And then the next thing is that there are people explicitly lying to us, always lying. The government's lying. The businesses are lying. People with technology are lying, and we know they are. And it's only about specific things. All right, and then the third thing is we have all this ancient history, all these ancient structures. There's the mystery, and they lie to us about it too. They don't fucking excavate it. They don't do the right, what do they call it? Archaeology. And when you put all three together, and of course there's the fourth thing, which is the coincidences that we see in the conspiracy and the Kabbalism and all the is the fucking goddamn RICO case. We look at how they're all in cahoots with the lies. That's the fourth thing. I mentioned that, didn't I? And when we look at that, all those things, and we connect them, unfortunately, it's like God is real. They're aliens, and there's monstrous people inspired by evil fucking us up. And it explains everything. Why I can't afford a house. Why I can't see the stars. All right? The fucking cancer and the autoimmune diseases and the radiation and all this weird tech. Look at the camera. Look at your phone. I look at it and it doesn't even fucking make sense. I pull it apart. I don't even see it. I've looked through a microscope. It's nonsense. And then you see the events of your life, of other people's life, how they go on and they won't stop, and then others get shorted suddenly, and the mystery, and then drugs, and you're just so fucked, and everything's so fucked. Who's taking the pills, making the Jimmy Kimmel decisions? What's Trump on, for Christ's sake? I am, it's just mind-boggling. And we're all so close to the truth. We're all so close to it. I don't know why, the French president's wife being trans is also connected to this. I don't know why, but it is. And it's disturbing. And I'm seeing people tell the truth. Things that I find believable, like Alex, for some fucking reason, like these guys I'm about to play the witnesses of these alien events, just to secure the last little bit, tie a bow on the end of it. And the real truth is we all got to be nice to each other because the Bible says so. And if it's over, guys. There's no more mystery to life and what you should do and all your dreams. We're all going to heaven or we're all going to hell. And it may not be that perfect Christian hell. It might be alien hell. And God bless us if that's the truth. All these guys, I was an atheist forever, operating my life as if. I went to a Christian high school. I ignored it. And, the person I am right now, it's because I didn't believe for a long time. And maybe if I did believe, I could have been shot in the neck or canceled and then brought back on TV. And why am I here in my shit fucking life? 50 views on my last podcast, all right? Yes, it's not as impressive as 155,000 from Jimmy Kimmel. It's not as impressive as the how many million people watched Charlie Kirk's funeral. This guy draws even when he's dead. Man, that guy was viral. Great talk show host. Great talk show host. Let's not talk about Turning Point. Wait, hold on. I'm getting a call. Yeah, hello, this is Kyle Roderick Ridley. How can I help you?
Mr. Gridley, this is Mr. Bernie Sanders. How are you tonight?
Wait, Bernie Sanders? The Democratic Socialist Independent Senator from Vermont? Bernie Sanders?
The one and only.
Oh, I cannot believe you're calling me. Senator, how the hell are you?
I'm doing good. I feel great. I feel great right now. I just got out of Pilates class. Feeling wonderful.
Pilates? At your age, you're doing Pilates.
Well, I try to stay in shape. You got to do that. You're working as hard as I do and traveling like I do. You gotta take care of yourself. So
hey, don't you have heart problems, Senator? What are you talking about?
Well, I hope not. I hope not. All I know is I got great pecs.
Okay, yeah, you got a stent in there as well, Senator. Well, Senator, I'm so glad to get you on the line. I cannot believe I'm talking to you. Completely.
Thank you. It's really great. It's great to hear your voice as well. I don't know you, but let's schmooze.
Yeah, you know me. We've met on the same online forums. But anyway, Senator, I'm so glad to get you on the line because we just had these congressional hearings on aliens. I gotta get your opinion. What do you think about aliens, Senator?
Well, I think we need the aliens. The aliens help with everything, with our economy. They're great for the economy because they provide a lot of cheap labor, and so we need them. And also, they're wonderful, funny people. A lot of them very warm.
Senator, I'm not talking about immigrants. I don't know why you would think that. I'm talking about the space gods, the practically omnipotent, interdimensional, ancient alien space gods. Yes.
So you're talking about Martians?
Yeah, about Martians, and I guess that would be, known to you as someone of your age. But Senator, I mean, look, it's pretty obvious that these things out there are real. So what do we do as a fellow Democratic Socialist? How do we incorporate these entities into our worldview? What do we do? How do we do this?
You're a very strange man. I got to tell you something. It's a very unusual question because I have not given too much thought to the space aliens. But from what I understand, I guess we're getting a lot of sightings, a lot of things happening, things coming out of the ocean.
The ocean.
Rising out of volcanoes. I've seen some YouTube videos about these things, and so
you're on YouTube, Senator. That's incredible to hear.
I just got it last week. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, as a Democratic Socialist, I believe in equality for everyone. But should I believe in equality for these aliens? What are we talking about here?
Well, I would think, of course, equality for these aliens. They come here to another planet. They deserve all the rights as much as humans here on Earth. And I think we could probably find accommodations for them. We could probably send them to New Mexico, Area 51. I think we could set up some sort of affordable housing for them there. I think that would be. I think that would be a good idea.
Affordable housing in Area 51. I'm pretty sure there's a hangar bay there. I don't know if there's room for some affordable
that would be even better because we could probably put the spaceships in those hangars.
Okay, all right, that's interesting to hear. Now, Senator, do you think these aliens are capitalists? Do you think they're communists? What do you think their political ideology is on money? What do you think? Do you think they believe in property rights? What's going on?
Well, I would say they're probably socialists. They're probably socialists. I think everything would be free. With the aliens, I think everything would be free. They would work on possibly a barter system, but I think basically they would have everything they need, and everything would be given to each, and like that.
Okay, Senator, I really think you're not really well formed on this issue. We'll move on. Okay, Senator, I know this is the hottest topic ever, but the assassination of Jimmy Kimmel. Are you also blaming Israel?
Hey.
Yeah, Senator, you have to answer this. Are you also blaming Israel?
Well, let me tell you something right now. I mean, as a Jewish man,
Are you
as
Jewish?
A Jewish,
I did not know that.
I'm a proud Jew. My parents they emigrated here from Poland. They were Polish Jews, and so I know what it's like to be in the Jewish faith. We have chutzpah, and I'm a mensch, and I like to nosh.
Yeah, those are Jewish words. I agree. Those are Jewish words.
Yes. Well, you have to know these. I'm not a practicing Jew so much as per se, but I know the Jewish phrases. So I like to use them and toss them in whenever I can.
Yeah. Well, Rosh Hashanah is just next week. Let's not.
Thank you.
Yeah, but Charlie Kirk. Did they kill Charlie?
Did the Jews kill Charlie Cook?
yeah, that's my question.
Is it Cook or Kirk?
It's Kirk. It's Kirk.
Cook.
Kirk.
Cook?
Yeah, Cook.
Charlie Cook.
Charlie Cook, yeah.
Charlie Cook. Well, I don't know if the Jews killed Charlie Cook.
Not the Jews. Israel. There's a difference.
I don't believe so. I think basically, some kid dressed up as a dog killed Charlie Cook. That's what I believe.
Oh, the furry.
Is he furry? Yes, he's furry. Yes, some kind of a furry freak. I think is the one that did it to Charlie Cook.
Okay, well, glad to get your opinion, Senator. I think you've settled a lot of questions tonight. Do you have any party words for us? Do you think are you afraid of billionaire aliens? What are we doing here?
Well, let me say this about that. But here's the whole thing: that we are working toward equality and equity. That is what our party is about, and that's what we're working toward: equality and equity of outcome, and equality and equalness. This is the core value of our movement. Hold on just a second. I'm getting a text from my broker. Hold on just a second.
Okay, we'll wait. I know you have a lot of book money to sort out.
I've got to dump the Bermuda property and put $5 million on Bitcoin.
Okay, all right, Senator. I understand you're busy, and thank you for the non-answers. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Gridley. Are you Jewish, Mr. Gridley?
No, my brother took an Ancestry.com test, and it came back like 13%.
Well, look into it. We're a great group. Okay.
Okay, I don't think.
Mazel tov, you schmuck.
All right. Well, thank you, Senator. All right, have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Wow, that was crazy. We got a call from the senator. I'm shocked. What a guy. Why is he not more prominent? We all wanted him to be president. Everyone agreed with that. Oh, I wonder what happened. I wonder why nobody likes the Democrats. Why does nobody like the Democrats? Is because they treated Bernie Sanders so bad. Yeah, man, that guy needs to have a real opinion. Our actual leader, get with it. Right on. Okay, what did I say? I'm kind of lost. The show's definitely not following a very smart track. Here it is. We're gonna play again the congressional hearing on aliens that happened on September 9th. We totally got thrown off of that one. And it was the most important thing to happen. And again, just believe in aliens. This is it. Look at this guy. He's ethnic. He's the witness for the woke people. All right. Here it is. DEI.
My name is Alexandro Wiggins. I'm an active duty U.S. Navy Operations Specialist, Senior Chief Petty Officer. Father of three and dedicated American testifying today in my personal capacity. The views I share are my own, and I do not represent the official positions of the Department of the Navy or any subordinate organization. On the evening of February 15th, 2023, at approximately 19:15 PST, in the Whiskey 291 warning area off the coast of Southern California, I was serving on board USS Jackson. During that period, I moved between the Interior Communications Center, ICC-1, and the bridge wing, correlating the sensor picture with visual observations, part of my routine responsibilities for surface and air picture management. What I observed and what our crew recorded was not consistent with conventional aircraft or drones as they appear on our system. A self-luminous tic-tac shaped object emerged from the ocean before linking up with 3 other similar objects. The 4 then disappeared simultaneously with a high synchronized near instantaneous acceleration. I observed no sonic boom and no conventional propulsion signatures. No exhaust plume, no control surface articulation on the Sapphire image system. Shortly after the synchronized departure, radar tracks dropped. These observations were multi-sensor and recorded inside of ICC-1 with time location overlay visible in our source frames that have been made public by journalists. From my experience operating in this region over many years and consistent with our public characterized encounters, unidentified objects reoccur in United States operation areas off Southern California.
An undeniable account. Believe that guy wholeheartedly. And again, aliens is what is tying this all together, all right? We have all this mystery and conspiracy happening in our world, and nothing justifies it, and the truth is so mysterious. Why could they be acting how they do? I mean, hedonism does not explain it. Psychopathy does not explain it. You know what does? Alien inspiration, alien communication, all right? If there's a reality about what it means to be human and the fact that there's so much suffering or such awe-inspiring behavior, you wonder why. You wonder why we're doing this. What is evolution really about? What are we going towards? What are we pushing for? Why are we creating a fucking I? Can't stop these guys. The nuclear bombs. I mean, what could explain all this? Aliens. And this guy coming from the top like this, it just makes it all so obvious. And again, what happened, right? A fucking little fucking tic-tac shape comes out of the ocean. Has the things that we saw in the Hellfire video. He's describing the other 3 fucking weird things with it. The mushroom cock-looking things. They're circumcised for sure. I gotta stop talking about Israel. Candace Owens, please get me to stop. And and then it goes and disappears, and he tells us we have the photos, we have all the real hard evidence. You may not get to see it in this fucking setting. We may not get to see it because reasonable reasons. Not really coming up with any, but I'm sure there's some reasonable reasons that not all of us can see it. But if this guy's gonna tell us he did, is that not good enough? And again, the fucking thing comes out of the water. And flies. This is so awe-inspiring. If the United States or whatever government can do it, they would have shown us already. Those fucking showboating fucks. We're in a huge dick measuring contest in the world at all times for some fucking reason. It's aliens. And so if we could do that, we would do it. We would have had 1 million of these already and killed everyone everywhere. What's going on here? And that is the easy excuse. That is the way out is, it's another military craft and we're testing it. And it's, come on, man. If we had things that could do that, it'd be a lot fucking weirder around here. All right? And so I'm going to play this second eyewitness. This is the witness for the MAGA people. He's white. He's right. He's a good guy. He looks trustworthy. He's oddly thin. And for some reason, odd thin people are always conservative. Check that out. Look at that. Unless you're gay. If you're a straight, thin guy, 100% conservative. Look it up. And look at him. Look at this guy. He's talking about a triangle.
Light then flies across the base, across the flight line, and as it flies to me, a triangle manifests around the light. I can't tell you if it's active camouflage. I can't tell you if it appeared around the light, but I can tell you that it was a white light, and then it was a triangle. It stopped about 100 feet in front of me and approximately 100 feet above me. My telephone got extremely hot, completely froze, dead. I remember how thick it was. It was between 1 to 2 stories thick, equilateral triangle. I could never see the top of it, and the edges were 90 degrees. There were 4 lights in total, 1 light on each corner, and a larger light in the center, 2 to 3 times the size of the corner lights. But what was really odd was the outside. The best way to describe it is like looking at a James Webb telescope picture, where you have the colors and then the black background. So the craft itself was this black metallic flake paint, but on top of the craft was this gold, lava, plasma, some type of fluid going over and around the craft. I'm under this for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then the center light flashes 2 to 3 times, no sound, immediately shoots up to commercial jet level minimum, in my opinion. And I immediately feel static electricity all over my body, and then I smell the smell of after a thunderstorm or lightning storm.
White guy with the triangle and the 4 lights, the 4 fucking objects, and it's just so obvious. It's just so true. Can you believe that guy is lying? Can you really go there? Who lies like that? The triangle, and I'm so bad. These people can't even fucking read. Why would they be lying? No way they would get out of a lie, get away with a lie. These are not sophisticated people. They're in the military, for Christ's sake. They couldn't come up with anything, so they joined the military. I'm kidding. They're heroes. I really mean that. And again, triangle, tic-tac. What these are objects people are describing, and why would they lie about? I mean, come on, a triangle? This is the lie shape you pick? It's bananas, and it makes me think, because I mean, I've done a bunch of drugs. Isn't that obvious? I'm talking to myself alone in my studio apartment with a really bad camera and very low production value. I have done drugs. These glasses don't fucking come out of nowhere. All right? And when I do drugs, for some reason, I think I see the same shapes he's talking about, man. I see tons of triangles. I see tons of fucking, weird shaped objects and all these lights, and I don't know what's going on, and then I try and explain it. I'm like, is it inside of me? Am I creating them? And then you hear these stories, people being abducted and all the things they see and the remote viewing and getting connected, and then this guy comes out telling us about a triangle in a certain shape, and it's fucking scary. I mean, how do you not lose your fucking mind? It's so easy to go wild nowadays. I mean, schizophrenia, come now. I feel like if I had schizophrenia, things would make more sense, for Christ's sake. It makes you really trip out, man. I mean, there's so many mysteries to life, and, the government are such liars, and I think all the lies start from this topic, the triangles. We're all trying to connect the dots ourselves. What if it connects into a triangle? And there's people to talk to. And this is what's so great about this hearing and why they had to shoot poor Big Forehead in the neck. I can't believe I'm saying that. Man, I'm really going for it. Is because in this hearing, they named names. They named a guy, George Knapp, the Weaponized Podcast. He'll be dead soon. Probably from natural causes. He doesn't look that good. And George Knapp, he names a guy. He names a dude. I'm gonna show you the little fucking clip of George Knapp naming the dude who definitely knows. All right, we have all these mysteries. How do they get people to act so crazy? The doors of perception. It's just endless questions. Gobekli Tepe. What do they say? How do they even say that? I hate Middle Eastern people. What was the purpose of me saying that? Have I even talked about Middle Eastern people at all today? Israel, Gaza? Have I even done that? Right on. George Knapp, he names a guy, and he's the person that we really need to be talking about. All right? Fuck Jimmy Kimmel, fuck Charlie. This is the guy. This is the important guy. Here's his name.
Are any of you willing to name specific gatekeepers within the root cell of the UAP-SAP Federation?
You mean specific people and contractors that have dealt with us and kept the secret?
Specific individuals.
Glenn Gaffney, CIA.
Glenn Gaffney, CIA.
Glenn Gaffney, everybody. Glenn Gaffney, a guy I do not want to attack. I'm so scared of him. Glenn Gaffney, yeah, maybe I'll just keep talking about Charlie and Jimmy. Maybe that'd be the best. Maybe, no, he's the man. We can go after him, right? We can go after him? I think we should go after him. Glenn Gaffney, where are you? Let's talk to you, bud. I'm going to bring up this article, and this is what this guy is being accused of. You know, I don't want to fucking hear about his sex life. I don't want to hear about his personal life. I want to hear about this. It's a moment that George Knapp is referring to, okay, and why he's being named and why he's been such a fucking villain. It's this thing he did when we confirmed, and when I say we, I mean somebody. They confirmed that there was going to be a transfer of UAP materials that we have. Yes, we have stuff. I didn't even say that yet. The government has. This is another thing of why aliens are so real, because we've also confirmed that the United States government has materials and objects, crash retrievals, biologics even. Who's Dave Grush? I don't know. Have they killed him yet? Don't go to the state of Utah, Dave Grush. Man, I'm in so much trouble. But here it is, man. So what this guy did is Gaffney is alleged to have interfered in between a transfer of these materials from Lockheed Martin to Bigelow Aerospace. Now, if you know Bigelow Aerospace, tell me about it, because I don't. I listened to the Weaponized podcast, but I mean, you know, how much shit do I really retain? All right, I'm just freaking out basically the whole time, having a panic attack, pausing it every second. But there was a transfer. There's documents indicating this transfer. I'm sure. I better not be lying about that. And this guy Gaffney, all right, he stopped the transfer because they found out that people knew it was happening, okay? They understand that Gaffney, as the CIA's director of technology, which, you know, that's an interesting position. Did you know that position existed? I didn't. You know, they confirmed that he and that office remains the original custodian of that specific alleged non-human materials. Okay, and they're still with Lockheed Martin. Still sitting at Lockheed Martin. Glenn Gaffney and Lockheed Martin, can you come to the stage, please? Your bowling shoes are ready. Your table is ready. Come down, please. Someone talk to them. Someone get after them. Do I want to know who killed Charlie Kirk? Was it Glenn Gaffney? I'm just asking questions. I'm a comedian. Please don't do anything to me. How can you cancel me? I have 150,000 less viewers than Jimmy Kimmel. It's not worth it. I'm a maniac. Don't even worry about me, man. And I'm just to have fun at the last end of this podcast, a little personal fun, because again, I'm here just fucking freaking out most of the pod. It's funny, right? It's a funny freak out. I'm going to play something that does genuinely entertain me. You know, because we had the DEI witness. He said that the crafts, about to call them aircrafts, the underwater aircraft, that's what they are. You know, they comes out of the ocean, right? And everyone knew that because I said underwater way too many times. But I'm going to play this next clip that has an implication that because these UAP are in the sea, that maybe that they're talking to some people other than me.
Now, I've learned from the shaman of the Yupik tribe who died recently. He claims that the whales have the knowledge of the human race dating back 450,000 years. They can actually call the cetaceans in They'll come right up to the shoreline, and they can communicate with them telepathically. He had read that at one time there was an Aboriginal tribe on the south coast of Australia whose shaman had this capability, but according to the anthropologists, none of the tribe were still alive today. But he went there anyway to check it out. Thankfully, he found 20 members of the tribe still alive. Whenever they held a ceremony, the shaman would call the whales in through the tunnel, and they would come right into the lagoon, and then a UFO would come down and land, and the occupants would communicate with the shaman. But the interesting thing is, all 20 members of the tribe have a birthmark on their chest, and it's in the shape of a humpback whale.
See, okay, aliens can be fun, all right? If we just accept that they're real, maybe we'll finally be able to talk to whales. We'll be able to talk to whales and dolphins and other crustaceans. What did he say? That was a weird guy. I found that video on my feed. Don't know who he is. Don't know anything about him. Don't know really what movie he's talking about. If there's a documentary out there of alien whale shit, I mean, that would be really entertaining. I'm actually gonna make a dedicated effort to find that. And I might need a little help though. So again, I'm calling to anybody who has been fired from late night TV to email me at rosecoloredclassist@gmail.com and try and get some work done. But really, I mean, look, the idea, right? So basically, we have these ancient people, right? We have it's an apocryphal story, and we have our own, whatever ethnicity you got. You look back far enough, there is some sort of story like this. And yes, the humpback whale stuff is humorous. It's obviously a joke. I mean, this is how crazy this shit gets. This is how far along you can get in the madness and the possibility of this shit being true. Most definitely. I mean, you're listening to a brown bald guy. You're lost, man. You're lost if you're doing that. No beard? A brown guy with no beard? Spouting wisdom? Yeah, right. Give me a break. I'm just saying, okay, there is a lot of positivity, even, if we are honest and let us know that we got aliens here with us and we could be doing shit with them, all right? It just feels to me that either the government is in cahoots with some sort of evil alien power preventing the good alien power from coming through and getting everybody right with God, or the whales are somehow a third party in this and sabotaging all of us. That's what does Alex Jones have to say about whales? Is there a clip? Again, is there a Reddit page? Maybe on 4chan, 8chan? How dark does my internet have to be to see the things that I need to? Man, I mean, look, if the kind of fucking snuff film, the kind of snuff film that, Charlie Kirk is out, okay. The snuff film that Charlie Kirk is a part of, that just being out there on the regular internet, I can't imagine what kind of madness I could be seeing on this dark web. This madness I could be seeing on the dark web. I mean, there's the truth is out there. Who wants to watch the X-Files? Can I play the X-Files on this podcast? Is that, again, if you were on Jimmy Kimmel Live and they're going to use these next few days as an excuse to, streamline the staff, hit me up. Tell me about it. I'm so glad you're back, but for how long? Really? That's really the question, right? Think about the future, boys. Seriously, aliens are real, and we need to be doing a lot different shit, okay? Maybe we should go to Bibi Netanyahu and go, aliens are real. How could you be doing this to us? And then I think he'll give us the answer. It's all connected, I'm sure. And how is this relevant to classism as a thematic thing I'm doing on this podcast? Yeah, I had Bernie Sanders on. That's good enough. Okay, hey, thank you so much. That's the end of the pod. We've all done such a great job tonight. Again, I have a life. When do you want to see this? What's the point? This is, This is it. I mean, aliens are real, and we got to be doing something different. I mean, this is all I really want anybody to take away from this pod. All right? All right? All right. All right. Like it. Subscribe to it. Hit the bell. Hit the bell. Why do you got to hit that bell? Is the bell a new thing? Maybe. I don't know. This podcast was not sponsored by Bulletproof Glass today. I'm sorry about that. If you do want to sponsor this podcast, that's invest, risk, gamble. That's what I say.